automatic airport door slid open and a familiar warm breeze brushed your cheeks. For a second, it felt like the city punched the air out of your lungs. You weren't ready. A tiny hand squeezed yours. Mommy, why are you freezing? Are you scared? His worry made you smile through the ache. No, Mommy just didn't expect home to look so different. I'm here, I'll protect you, he said very confidently. You knelt down and kissed his forehead. I know, baby, you always do. He grinned, proud of his role. His backpack was almost bigger than him, yet he marched ahead like a little soldier. As if excited to explore this country he had only heard about in bedtime stories. If only those stories didn't hide the truth that his father walked the same streets. He followed. A strange fear gripped you. You didn't know how you'll face him if you accidentally cross paths with him, how you'll justify your actions, how you'll tell him why you hid such a big secret from him. Your mother's house looked the same, yet everything felt different. You knocked gently and the door opened. A nurse stood there. Miss Wine, welcome back. Your mother has been waiting. Frowned slightly. A nurse. Since when did she hire a nurse and didn't tell you? How was she managing the expenses? The nurse stepped aside and Jungsu ran inside immediately. Grandma. Grandma, I came. Jungsu came. Your mother turned around slowly, weak but smiling. Her eyes teared up the moment she saw her grandson. She spread her arms. My boy, my beautiful boy. He jumped into her arms with zero hesitation. Jungsu, careful, don't hurt Grandma. Watch them, tears burning the back of your eyes. Come here, you foolish girl. Why are you standing there like a stranger? Your feet finally moved. You hugged her gently, afraid you might break her. You should have told me you were this sick. And missed the chance to annoy you for 4 more years. Never. You laughed and hated how much pain hid behind the sound. Jungsu tilted his head. Ma, you promised to not cry in front of mommy. Your mother chuckled and pinched his cheek. And you promised to eat your vegetables. We all break rules sometimes. Later, when Jungsu went to explore the house, your mom's eyes sharpened. He grew up a lot. When will you tell him? You froze. You looked down, fidgeting with your fingers. There is nothing to tell. The boy has his father's eyes, and his father has no idea. Your heart dropped. I wasn't brave enough. Your mother placed her hand over yours. He deserved to know, even if he wouldn't have stayed. You turned away. You didn't leave because he might not want the baby. You left because you feared he would, that he would want you too, but you were scared. Scared what if he didn't? And so you made your own choice, which didn't turn out well. Evening came. Jungsu drew dinosaurs in the living room, occasionally showing them proudly. You talked a lot. The nurse went back home as you told her you'll take care of your mother. You didn't know that the nurse wasn't hired by your mother, but the man you once worked for, the man with whom you spent a passionate night with in your most vulnerable moment, and the man you hid a big secret from. You were talking to your mom when a knock echoed. Your mother lit up. He's here. You looked at her confused. He? Before you could ask more, the door opened and the world tilted. Because John Jungkook stepped inside. Your heart dropped, the same sharp jaw, the same cold aura, but his eyes carried exhaustion and a loneliness you once knew too well. He didn't see you at first. He was too busy removing his watch and asking, how's your medication, Mrs. Han? Did you eat properly? Did the nurse show up? His voice died the moment he finally looked up. Your breath got stuck. Your mother hid this from you. She didn't tell you that he has been taking care of her all this time. His brows drew together, confused. His heartbeat visible in the way his chest heaved once. Your lips parted, no sound came out. Jungsu noticed the silence. He walked to you quickly, placing himself in front of you. A tiny shield, those doe eyes, Jungkook's doe eyes, stared right at him. Recognition stabbed him instantly. Mommy, who is this uncle? That single word, Mommy, shattered Jungkook. Shock crashed into him. He stared at Jungsu as if the universe had just slapped him. You are his mom? You couldn't speak, you couldn't breathe. He turned fully to Jungsu, studying him now, noticing everything he missed. The same big doe eyes, the same defiant cupid bow lips, even the same front teeth when he pouted. His face paled. You have a son? His voice wasn't angry, not yet. It was terrified. He looked at you again, begging your eyes to deny it. But Jungsu stepped closer to him instead, frowning. There a doubt, but uncle, who are you? Jungkook froze. Jungsu continued, louder, braver, almost offended. And why do you look like me? Mother covered her mouth, afraid to interfere. She was also shocked when she came to know about all this. You told her not to tell anyone about this, that you'll raise your child alone. You won't let anyone pay for the mistake you made. But you also know that you were committing a crime by hiding it from the only person who deserved to know about this. Jungkook stumbled one step back, like he had been punched. His eyes darted from Jungsu's face to yours, to Jungsu again. His voice broke apart like fragile glass. Is he mine? Your lips parted but no sound came. Jungsu looked up at you, confused, but now sensing something was terribly wrong. Jungkook's breath turned uneven. His hands clenched into fists, not in anger but in fear of the truth. He waited. You still said nothing, and that silence hurt more than any knife. Jungkook's voice rose, deep, raw, and betrayed. I deserve an answer. Your voice trembled as you finally tried to speak, but Jungsu's small hand pulled your dress, reminding you he was watching. Jungkook, He cut you off and spoke through clenched jaws. Oh, no, don't say my name like that. Like nothing happened. Like you didn't just betrayed me. Before you could speak, Jungsu stepped in front of you again, arms spread out like a shield. Don't shout at my mommy. Jungkook stared at the little boy who had his voice, his fire, his courage, and his blood. Adam's apple bobbed as he swallowed emotions he couldn't control. For 4 years, I didn't know my own son existed. Your tears dripped onto Jungsu's shoulder as he hugged your waist tighter. Jungkook took a painful breath, anger now mixing with heartbreak. You left without a word, and now I see the reason standing right in front of me. He pointed at Jungsu, but his hand shook violently. His eyes turned cold, not because he hated you, but because he had loved you too much. How do you expect me to forgive this? You wanted to speak, to explain, to apologize, but for the first time in 4 years, you realized there are no words powerful enough to fix what you broke. Breathed shakily. I was scared. I didn't know how to tell you. He laughed bitterly. Scared of me, or scared that I would want to be in his life. Your tears fell faster. You don't understand. Then help me understand. Jungsu immediately stepped in front of you again, hands pushing Jungkook away with his tiny strength. Don't shout, she's my mommy. Jungkook stared at the boy, stunned by the fierce protection in his eyes. He lowered his voice, but the pain only got sharper. You told me you were leaving because you found a better opportunity somewhere else. Me if I knew you were hiding this thing from me, my own son. Looked at you, his eyes were full of disbelief and pain. How can you do that to me, Ryan? You didn't want to cry in front of your son, but your tears didn't stop. Your mother understood. She called Jungsu. Jungsuah, come here, baby. Jungsu shook his head, looking at his grandmother. This man is making my mom cry. Why aren't you saying anything, Grandma? Jungkook's heart broke even more. His own son saw him as a stranger who was trying to hurt his mother. Not making your mom cry. I'm just asking her why she left me while carrying such a big secret. You bit your lip, trying not to cry much. Jungsu looked at you. Mommy, what is this uncle saying? Did you hurt him? You looked at your son and then Jungkook, and you knew the time has come when you reveal the truth, but it was too hard. Jungsu, you always ask me about your father. You always complain why I don't tell you anything about him. When will I take you to him? You sat on your knees to his level, holding his shoulders. Your eyes were filled with tears you couldn't help. You might never forgive me after this, but I think it's time I tell you who is your father. Mommy, don't cry. I can never get mad at you. I know you must have your reasons. Your tears fell down. Your mom covered her mouth as she couldn't see it. It was too emotional and heartbreaking. You turned him to face Jungkook and stood up. He is your father, your real father, and because of me, he didn't know his own son exists. I hid you from him. I'm sorry to both of you. Jungsu's eyes widened as he looked at his father, not as an uncle who was shouting at his mom a while ago. You are really my dad? Jungkook's lips parted but no words came. Tears finally escaped his eyes, silent and raw. He fell to his knees without realizing. His voice trembled. Yes, I'm your father and I missed the first time you walked, the first time you talked, your first laugh, your first everything. I missed all of it. He covered his face for a second, unable to breathe. Jungsu's small hand reached forward and touched his cheek, wiping his tears softly. Don't cry. I don't like when people cry, especially boys. He paused for a second as if thinking about something. Daddy, can I call you that or do you not want me? Those words shattered him. Jungkook grabbed Jungsu into his arms instantly, holding him so tight like he was afraid he would disappear again. His voice broke into sobs. Of course I want you, of course I want you. You're my son, my little boy. I love you so much even when I didn't know you existed. Jungsu hugged him back just as tightly, whispering, I love you too, Daddy. I always knew I must have a cool dad. Mommy always used to say that the man he fell in love with was too good, too kind, but she wasn't brave enough to face him, and that's why we don't live with my dad. But now we can, right? Your mother turned away, crying silently. You covered your mouth. You didn't deserve to witness this love, but you couldn't look away either. Your chest tightened. You wanted to run and hug them both, but Jungkook suddenly stood up, Jungsu still holding his hand, and he turned to you. The softness vanished, his eyes filled with fire and betrayal. Why, Ryan? Why would you do something this cruel to me, to him? Did you not feel bad in these 4 years? Your lips parted, but you didn't know how to breathe anymore. I was scared. I thought you. He cut you off. No, you never gave me a chance to know. You decided everything alone. His voice thundered, not loud but devastating. You clenched your fists, tears spilling again. I didn't want to ruin your life. You were building a future, I thought. Jungkook laughed bitterly through tears. You thought I would leave you? That I would reject our child? He shook his head in disbelief. Do you really think so low of me? You broke, completely broke, but you didn't fight back because he was right. Made a mistake, the biggest mistake of my life. You cried. Jungsu looked up at Jungkook nervously, tugging his sleeve. Daddy, are you angry with mommy? Jungkook closed his eyes, inhaled painfully. He crouched again, placing a trembling hand over Jungsu's head. I'm angry at what she did, not at her entire heart. Not at you. Then slowly, very slowly, he pulled Jungsu into a hug, a long, desperate hug. You turned away trying to hide your sobs, but Jungsu saw you. He pulled back a little and looked up at Jungkook. Can you please hug mommy too? When I cry, she always hugs me. He again paused. It makes everything better. Your mother sniffed behind you, watching this heartbreak unfold. Jungkook stood, Jungsu's tiny hand still in his. He stared at you, eyes tired, red, wounded. I'm not ready to forgive you. Not today, not soon. Each word stabbed you. But then he took one step toward you anyway. But I won't leave my son. I won't make him cry for a father like I cried for you. You nodded, tears falling silently. I understand. Jungsu squeezed both of your hands together, yours and Jungkook's, placing them on top of his tiny one. Now we are a family, right? There was silence. Jungkook looked away like he didn't deserve hope. You looked down like you didn't deserve forgiveness. But Jungsu, he believed. He smiled, wide, innocent, full of love neither of you could refuse. Jungsu's little fingers held tightly onto yours and Jungkook's hands, like he was afraid one of you might still let go. Jungkook's jaw flexed. His lips trembled as he looked at those small fingers uniting you both. Something his heart always prayed for, but his mind wasn't ready to accept. He lowered himself to Jungsu's height again and brushed the boy's hair gently. It's late, little man. You should get some rest. Jungsu shook his head firmly. I'm not sleepy. I want to know Daddy. I want to be with Daddy. Jungkook's face fell. He swallowed the lump in his throat. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. He paused for a second. I promise. Those words, they were a vow his shattered heart still believed in. You stood silently, tears dropping but not a sound leaving you. Your mother gently touched your shoulder. Go to him. He needs you too. Even if he's hurt, he still needs you. You shook your head, barely breathing. No, not tonight. Let him have this moment with his son. Your eyes followed Jungkook and Jungsu like the world depended on their closeness. Jungsu held Jungkook's palm and placed it on his cheek. Daddy, you are warm. Soft giggle. I always wondered how a daddy hug would feel. That sentence broke Jungkook completely. He scooped Jungsu up into his arms, not harshly, not forcefully, but like he was finally holding the missing part of his heart. Pressed his forehead against Jungsu's, voice shaking. You deserved this from the beginning. I'm sorry I wasn't there. Jungsu hugged him tighter around the neck. Mommy was there. Now you are also here. That means everything is okay now. Jungkook closed his eyes, a tear escaping silently. He turned to you, Jungsu still in his hold. His gaze lingered a second longer than he intended. There was love, there was pain, there was a storm he was losing control over. I'll come back tomorrow. We need to talk a lot. You nodded small, scared of his judgment but grateful he was here at all. Okay. Jungsu waved with the brightest smile, the one Jungkook had worn 1,000 times in your memories. Good night, mommy. Me and daddy will come in the morning, okay? Your lips curved painfully. Okay, baby. Good night. Jungkook adjusted Jungsu in his arms. He didn't say goodbye, he didn't smile, he didn't look long, but right as he turned, he whispered, soft, raw, a truth he couldn't hide. I waited for you every single day. You froze. He walked away with his son, his pride, his heartbreak, and the love he never stopped feeling. The door closed. You fell to your knees. Your mother rushed to hold you as the sobs finally tore out of you. All the fear you buried for years, every regret you suffocated, every dream you killed. Your mother wiped your tears, speaking gently. He still loves you, that's why it hurts so much. You closed your eyes, hand shaking over your chest. You whispered a prayer. I just hope one day he forgives me. Outside, Jungsu rested his hand on Jungkook's shoulder, whispering sleepy words. Daddy, will you stay forever now? Jungkook kissed his son's hair, voice breaking again. I will. I swear I will. You still love mommy. There was a pause. For a short time, Jungkook spoke. You have no idea how much I loved her. I still do, but she broke me. And under the night sky, three broken hearts beat with one hope to become a family again.